Didn't happen like that. It took me a minute to notice it. It was holding me back. It's time to move on to bigger things. Can't live in the past. Moving on to future me. I wonder who she will be. I can't help but think that there is something more to find, more to life than what I have right here, right now. Used to call it stable, now I call it stuck. Letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh.
Hello darlings, welcome to a new vlog. Happy Sunday. It is a Sunday today. I came back from church could have been about an hour ago, yeah, and I was quite hungry, so I came in quickly and I made myself something to eat, as you may have seen. But yeah, happy Sunday. I'm starting this new vlog. Yeah, I hope everybody is well. I am well. On my way from church, I passed by the flower shop, and I just want to put those flowers in the vase. And then I bought eucalyptus, because the one that is in this vase, you'll see I'll just change the old one to the new one just now. This one is so old, it has completely changed color. It looks brown now, so I just wanted to change that. And yeah, I have a fresh green eucalyptus. I don't know, actually I keep it maybe for like 3 months or so, but this one, it's almost a year I think that it's been here. So, and it's fine, I do let it dry, up a bit, but yeah, now it's a bit ridiculous. So I bought that and I bought flowers. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to change those and let's do that together. But I hope everybody is well. I am well, and I'm so grateful to God for just a sane mind. I am grateful for good health. And yeah, at church today, the sermon was just about giving us that assurance that God resides in us and we reside in him, and that there is nothing that can separate us from his love, and that despite the challenges that we may be going through, he is still God, and we just have to have that assurance that we are victorious through him. And yeah, so it just really lifted my spirit, and just reinforced the word of God in me, and reinforced what I already know about God, that he's always there for me. But yeah, I just hope you also hold on to that understanding, hold on to that faith that he is your God, and that he will always be there for you, that no matter, even if you miss a step along the way, God does not throw his hands up in the air and give up on us. He never does that. So even if we don't do right sometimes, but he is always a good God. But also the encouragement is that we become obedient and we live according to his prescripts and his will, but all I'm just saying is that sometimes certain people move away from God because they feel like maybe what they have done is not right before God, therefore they need to drift or run away from God. God is for us. So even if you slip along the way, wake up, dust yourself off, and forward you go with God, and he will conquer and fight your battles through and through. He's a faithful God. Anyway, I just wanted to share that word of encouragement. I hope it encourages somebody. Let's do my eucalyptus and my flowers, and then after that I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my Sunday, and I'm not going to do much really. All right then, my darlings, I will catch up with you sometime during the week. All right, let me show you what I had. It's actually quite nice. I had this green pesto bulgur wheat salad. I had something similar if not the same thing. When I went to visit one of my young friends the other week, she offered us something like this, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's what I had for lunch. And cabbage. I made cabbage 2 days ago, so I still had some. So that was my lunch. All right, let me stop blubbering and fix my flowers and catch up with you in the week. Take good care of yourself. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate your support.
Didn't happen like that.
So this is what I want to change. As you can see that it's worn out, it's like lost complete color. And I bought this, so this is what I'm going to change it with. Let's do that.
Right now, used to call it stable, now I call it stuck. Letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh, think it's meant to be. Scary at first when you change, but it's better than being stuck here in your ways. Comfortable, ain't that comfortable no more. Don't wanna go back to how it was before. I can't help but think that there is something more to find, more to life than what I have right here, right now. Used to call it stable, now I call it stuck. Letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's.
I think this one was a lot, but it's fine. I like the green, that it's green again.
It's always meant to be. Thought that this was who I was, that I couldn't change that much. Didn't feel like I was strong, but I'm glad that I was wrong. Think I knew it all along. This would never be enough. Now I see that I've evolved, going after what I want. Thought that this was who I was, that I couldn't change that much. Didn't feel like I was strong, but I'm glad that I was wrong. Think I knew it all along. This would never be enough. Now I see that I've evolved, going after what I want. Maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first.
There you go. These are our flowers. So love it for me. I forgot to show you my fit for today for church. I actually had this simple dress. A dress is always a quick go-to when you're not sure what to wear. So yeah, I wore this dress. This dress is one of my favorite items in my wardrobe, mainly because my mother gave it to me. So yeah, I love it so much. And this is it. So yeah, that was my fit. I'll show a full picture where I still had the shoes on the side. All right then, darlings, thank you for hanging out with me. I'll catch up with you guys.
Summer is always surprising me, just a beat. It's mid-July, then it's gone, and I haven't moved on. Summer is always confusing me, honestly. I thought I'd feel warm, but I'm cold. It's getting old. I've said so many times, when summer comes around, I'll be ready for the ride. I'll be ready this time. I'll be ready for it all. But then suddenly it's fall. Next summertime, when I found myself, I'll be better off than last year. This time I'll be fine, I promise. Fine, I promise. Summertime, when I found myself, suddenly it's fall. Next summertime, summertime, when I found myself, I'll be better off than last year. This time I'll be fine, I promise. Fine, I promise. Next summertime, summertime, when I found myself, I won't turn around, I'll dive head first into the deepest end. I'll face all my fears again. Mark my calendar for the beginning of summer. Thought I'd be someone else, but before I knew it, summer was over. Mark my calendar for the beginning of summer. Thought I'd be someone else.
Good morning, darlings. Good morning. Welcome back to another day on this vlog. It is a Tuesday today, and yeah, I've been up for a while, did some things, and I'm making myself some breakfast now. And yeah, then after that I can get on with my day. I have some personal administration that I want to do, so I'm going to spend a bit of time on my laptop trying to do that. You know, these things that you have to do as a responsible South African citizen that are so tedious. But it's things you have to do so that your things are in order. You know, those things are always like things like tax, traffic lights, renewal of license, and those things can take up a little bit of time, but it's important that our things are in order. So I have that to do, but other than that, I'm good. I hope you guys are good. Let me just finish making my breakfast and eat, and then yeah, get on with my day. I'm so frustrated a little bit. I have an ant pandemic. Ever since I've lived here, I've never had an ant problem. I don't know where it's coming from. I've been having ants everywhere in the house. It's been so frustrating. If you have anything that you know for sure that works, that can help with the ants, please let me know on the comment section. I'd appreciate that, because I've tried everything that you know, the internet recommends, and nothing seems to be working. Hold on a second, let me check on my eggs. I just bent my eggs. Who bends eggs? Like, who bends eggs? But anyway, please do recommend something for the ants if you know something that definitely works. And apologies for the noise. They are cutting the grass outside, and just when I started recording, they decided to switch on the machine. Anyway, guys, I'll catch up with you sometime today or in the coming days in the week. Thank you for being here. Look at that. Anyway, that's fine. It's not too bad.
You make it real, you're the one I want. And to me, we are just like art. You're like made to my autumn rain. And I know that, baby, I want. Moving down a lonely road, carrying a heavy load, looking for that someone to hold. You came in, you shook my peace, you tore down my walls with ease, you turned dust into gold. You make it real, you're the one I want. And to me, we are just like art. You're like made to my autumn rain. And I know that, baby, I want. Yeah.
So later in the day, I noticed that my fridge was malfunctioning, and it was making the vegetables soggy, as you can see. I noticed that it was producing excessive ice in the freezer part, and there was also some ice in the fridge part. And my thinking was that if I leave these vegetables unattended, they are going to become soggier, and they would become useless, and I would not be able to use them, and I would have to end up throwing them away. And one thing about me is that I never want to let food go to waste. It's just something I was taught at home, and it just stuck with me throughout my adulthood. But also another thing is the money aspect of it. You know, if you let food go to waste, to me, it's like literally taking your money and throwing it in the rubbish bin. And we can't be people who do that. And I want to believe that it's probably something you do in your own households, where you guard against wastage of food and wastage of money as a result. So yeah, that's what this was about. I was not planning to cook, but I had to cook these vegetables to ensure that they don't go to waste. The best thing for me to do with these veggies, because they had already, gotten some water into them because of the ice, I thought the best thing was to make a soup out of the sweet potato and the butternut. So I made a soup with those, and then with the tomato, I made a tomato gravy. I don't generally make gravy. I usually use the tomatoes for things like sandwiches, for salads, or when I'm having breakfast. But because they were a little bit moist, I thought the best thing to do was to use them for a tomato gravy. You'll also see a little later on in the video that I used the rosemary, which had also gotten a little bit moist. I dried it up and made like a dried rosemary spice. So yeah, this was mainly just about me making sure that the food does not go to waste, and making sure that I get value out of the money that I spend to purchase these food items. I think it's very important for us to be good stewards of our finances, of our money. Most of us really work very hard for the money that we have, and I think the best thing to do is to make sure that we steward it accordingly, is to make sure that we use it for what we're supposed to use it for, and is to make sure that we get value out of the things that we've purchased using that money. And also just considering that other people around us are really struggling, and the least we can do is to be good stewards of what we have. So yeah, this is what this was about. Another thing that I just wanted to share is that it is important for us to find creative ways of running our households, or creative ways of utilizing our resources or what we have. Because I can tell you now, I'm almost certain that for somebody else out there, it would have been a no-brainer to just take these vegetables and dump them in the bin, because they would think, these veggies are moist now, what am I going to do with this? But I had to sort of put on like a little creative cap on and think outside of the box in terms of what I would use these veggies for. So I think especially for moms, it's very important to just teach ourselves little creative ways of working around what we have. It's summer, well, it's almost autumn, and somebody else maybe would have thought, why a soup? But I mean, soup is a meal, and by making that soup, I would still be able to enjoy the veggies. And so I just wanted to share that it's important that we learn some little creative ways of utilizing what we have, using our resources. They always say when life gives you lemon, you must make a lemonade. So this fridge was just malfunctioning out of nowhere. If I was not thinking creatively, like I said, I could have probably taken these vegetables and went and dumped them in the bin. And the fact is, these vegetables were not spoiled. They had just absorbed moisture, and that's it. So I just needed to be creative. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to share, especially moms. Let's just find creative ways, of managing our things and moving things around so that it benefits us. And yeah, it's a good quality to have in running your home. Creativity plays a major part for a mom at home, just to make things work and to make things move.
Didn't happen like that. It took me a minute to notice it. It was holding me back. It's time to move on to bigger things. Can't live in the past. Moving on to future me. I wonder who she will be. I can't help but think that there is something more to find, more to life than what I have right here, right now. Used to call it stable, now I call it stuck. Letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh, I think it's meant to be. Scary at first when you change, but it's better than being stuck here in your ways. Comfortable, ain't that comfortable no more. Don't wanna go back to how it was before. I can't help but think that there is something more to find, more to life than what I have right here, right now. Used to call it stable, now I call it stuck. Letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Thought that this was who I was, that I couldn't change that much. Didn't feel like I was strong, but I'm glad that I was wrong. Think I knew it all along. This would never be enough. Now I see that I belong. Going after what I want. Thought that this was who I was, that I couldn't change that much. Didn't feel like I was strong, but I'm glad that I was wrong. Think I knew it all along. This would never be enough. Now I see that I'm wrong. Going after what I want. Maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh, maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh, always meant to be. Oh, always meant to be.
Hi. I'm done now. I just need to let the butternut and sweet potato chill a little bit, just to be at sort of room temperature, and then I can blend it into a soup. And I'm just gonna quickly wash the dishes that I made as I was cooking, and then that will be it for me for the evening. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you are still enjoying this vlog, please remember to click the like button, and welcome to all our new subscribers. All right then, my darlings, let me wash the dishes and then enjoy the rest of my evening. All right then, thank you for being here and I appreciate your support.
Summer is always surprising me, just a bit. It's mid-July, then it's gone, and I haven't moved on. Summer is always confusing me. Honestly, I thought I'd feel warm, but I'm cold. It's getting old. I've said so many times, when summer comes around, I'll be ready for the ride. I'll be ready this time. I'll be ready for it all. But then
cayenne a lot more than I should have, but it's very nice. It's actually quite nice. It's got that spicy, it's not hot, but it's got that spicy feel. Okay, so good. So yeah, that's my dinner. All right then.
I've said so many times